Good day to you and welcome back to the podcast, Catch It, A New Perception. My name is Katuk. I hope your heart is good today. I hope your spirit is soft and loving. I know that mine continues to be softened, my spirit, my heart, and that's good for me. I don't need a hard heart. I don't need a abrasive soul. I don't need my spirit going after other people. I need my spirit to learn. I think about a couple of things today. The idea to never trust my tongue when my heart is bitter. I must hush until I heal. The idea of this, that my tongue can be sharp when my heart is bitter. If I'm not walking with a good heart today, I could say things I don't mean. I could say things I can't take back. I could say things I wish I would not have said. I must be conscious. I must be honest. How can I be honest if my heart is bitter? When my heart is bitter, I have a tendency to lie to myself because I want to be comfortable and I don't know how to. So if I start internal lies because my heart is bitter, how could I tell you the truth? How could I see the truth? When I find a way for my heart to not be bitter, in whatever sense that is, because of egotism or grandiosity, because of what I think you did to me, the way I get offended at somebody, even though they didn't do it to me and it wasn't about me, I just feel like it affected me. Now my heart's bitter. Maybe through resentment, maybe through anger, maybe through shame. Many reasons that my heart could be bitter. And any of those things, when I have any type of disdain, and my heart doesn't feel good, I sometimes lash out at others. Grandiosity comes about because I don't feel good about me. And if I don't feel good about me, and I say something with disdain about you and something derogatory about you, now we're equal again. I don't know how to have you build me up because I don't feel like I'm enough. I know a lot of the work that I need to do is internal. That's very important to me. And sometimes a little bit of external love could go a long way. When someone has a bitter heart, when someone feels some type of resentment, shame, guilt, remorse, whatever that may be, and their heart's a little bitter, can you offer them love so they can look you in the eye? So they can open their eyes? So some of that bitterness leaves their heart, and now they feel like they can speak again because they can speak with a good heart because of something you offered them. And they hear that, and they know the truth is inside of them, and they find that truth, and they remove that resentment, they remove that shame, they remove that guilt or that remorse, whatever that disdain was, they remove it because you said something, because you saw the light in their eyes, because you saw that they have potential and you shared it with them. And then they realized their potential. And then they opened their eyes again. We can give gifts to people in ways that if we gave them something monetary, it would never equal. I remember when my father was getting ready to leave this lifetime, and I had began to make changes decades before in my life, and I distanced myself from him to be able to become my own man. And then I began to bond with him as best I could, and he learned to bond with me. And he made a statement to me months before he left. He said, when you began to change, he used different terminology than this. He said, when you began to change, I didn't like it. And then he used this terminology. Today, I am proud of you. He was proud of me because I did the internal work and I did the external work, and I reached my hand out to him when he didn't know how to. I'm not saying he had a bitter heart towards me, because I don't believe he ever did. I think that he sometimes didn't know how to reach out emotionally. And somehow, from the work that I've done, the internal work that I've done, I learned how to reach out to him. And it changed both of us. It allowed him to see it different. Never trust your tongue when your heart is bitter. Hush until you heal. Now, whether I say me or whether I say you, the essence of it is the same. My father kept quiet. When he did not understand, he kept quiet. And I came back and I made an approach to him that impacted both our lives. I didn't realize my father stayed quiet for my benefit. I didn't understand that he didn't understand. Both of us came to an understanding before he took that long journey. You see, he got to return back to the Star Nation. He got to go home. He had the privilege of ending this lifetime. And he did it. And he told me he was proud of me. Now, that may not mean much to some of you people. Maybe some of you people have always had these really wonderful relationships with your parents. Your parents have always been proud of you, and they've always told you that. And you've always done exactly as they want you to do in this lifetime. I was a rebel. I went against it. I went against what I believed in. I went against my morals. I went against my values. I went against society's morals and values, and I went against it all. And I ran 100 miles an hour against it. And then I began to slow down. And then I stopped and I turned. And I began to see things differently. I will continue to see things differently. As long as I can hush when needed. I need to be able to find a way to be able to silence my voice when my heart is bitter. I need to find a way to open my voice when I carry a good heart, when my heart is full of love, when I am full of patience. I need to be able to be honest and open up. I need to know what that means to me. I need to be able to walk in a good way. How is it that you want to walk today? How often do you need to hush the sounds coming out of your mouth? Even if it's for a moment, just imagine if we just hush for a moment. Some people may say, pause when agitated. That's what I'm talking about here. Is I have learned to pause when agitated, hush when my heart is bitter. Oh, this is the essence of learning today. This is the essence of seeing it different, hearing it different, allowing someone else to see it differently. Through time, I have mentored a few people. And I think about one in particular. When I began to mentor him, within a couple years, he was beginning to mentor some other people. And he told someone, we're going to make some changes in our life, and we're going to look at our morals and values, and we're going to learn to be honest. And we're going to learn to be honest in every aspect of our life. We're going to learn to be cash register honesty with everybody about everything. And he told me he was beginning to mentor this cat and that he had said this. And I asked him, I said, did I do that to you? Did I say that to you? And he paused and he said, no. I said, what did I ask you to do? He said, you asked me to not lie to you today. And I said, I believe that that's where honesty starts. Find someone that you can tell the truth to today. Someone you don't have to lie to today. One person. And it will grow from there. If you're like me and where I once was in my life, it's not a switch that just switches and all of a sudden it's different in every aspect of your life. I wasn't capable of that. So I didn't ask the people that I was mentoring to do that. I asked them to take one step at a time, to walk slowly, to follow the directions. Follow the directions, whatever that means to you. People say, I don't like to follow the directions. Well, maybe look to the west as the day begins. Maybe turn to the north, to the east, to the south, up, down, and in. And follow all 7 directions today. If that's what it means to you, you can follow directions. If you're like me, there's days that are better than others. And I find today, most days are better than they were. A good day today is a good day. A bad day today is better than most days were decades ago. I don't have the disdain I once had. I don't have the disdain for myself or you. I don't have the outlook I once had. My outlook is bright. My future looks bright. My family and friends, they are shining bright lights to me. That could be the wee ones. That could be the ones coming up. That could be the elders. Could be any of them. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world.